Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, as some of you know, I got my laptop. I got partway through Tin Man's video there. I haven't finished it yet. So, because I just want to check in here. I didn't bother doing the whole disassembly because I've been doing it in stages. I've been so busy working. So, we got to this point where it's back together. But, now, the seals are aftermarket, and I've always had good luck with hyway aftermarket seals and of course OEM. Now, I don't know what brand these seals are, but they've been giving me headaches right from the word get-go. I've gone through two sets. The clutch side was questionable, but I had an OEM one, so I pulled out that aftermarket one, put an OEM one in. Now, the clutch side, I don't think it'll show up at all. Let's see. I can see it, I just don't know if it's going to show up in camera. But there's like a small gap between the crankshaft and the seal. So I thought maybe it was just that seal or I did something wrong. Changed it out with the same brand one, but another one. Same ordeal. So again, I don't know what brand they were because it doesn't say on the package. I thought they were hyway, but they weren't. Moving forward, I've been in contact with the company who I ordered them from, and they're going to send me a different brand and everything of seals, which I hope they're going to be hyway. I've had no issues with hyway seals yet. So, anyways, what I did, went to the dealer, got an OEM seal. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull that seal out. I still have to port a cylinder, and because this saw is going to a buddy of mine that after he ran my ported 026, he fell in love with it, especially with a 24-inch bar. Because I can't remember what model. He's got a little husky, and I think the other one's a Pillin. Poo. Oolin. Poo. Right? See what I did there? So anyways, so this is going to him, and he's also, like, just not recently, but he started a small business and stuff, so you know what, I just want to make sure he's not only that he's getting a rebuilt unit, that he's also going to have something he can, you know, for firewood, or if he needs it to do a side job, like with his business, a job, whatever, right? Like, just something more reliable. And since I've had, so far, knock on wood, good luck with aftermarket bearings too, but my saws don't go into like a logging setting or stuff that's on production wise. So longevity of daily use, I don't know. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I plain simple don't know. I know for somebody like me that goes and cuts a few cords of firewood for the year, I've had no bad luck with them. They've been good. So, but like this isn't going into a big production setting. It is like just for his personal use and the bits and pieces he's going to need it here and there. So let's get that seal changed out. And also, actually, before I go any further, it must be this company that makes like this gasket set, because look, so I understand they stick up a little bit. That's going to happen, but I don't know. It's like the gasket is too big in so many aspects. Yeah, there's oil there. That's how I discovered that seal was leaking, because I squirt some oil in there, tip it up, and look for seepage before you get to the point you get it back together and go run it to find out the something's wrong. So that being said, that's the stage we're at. So we're gonna get that seal changed out. Apparently I didn't get it seated flush, but not like it matters, because the gap that's already in there, like I can see like past the seal into like up the crankshaft. It is like literally just too small. So whoever that company is, I definitely won't be ordering their seals or anything from them. Like, not the company, but the manufacturer of these seals. The people who I get my parts through, typically they are excellent to deal with. I've had like zero issues with them. You know, like quick email today, explain the situation about the seals. They're like, not a problem. Boom, we're gonna send you out two new sets of seals, in lieu of the two that I just went through trying to fix this, right? So, hands down, if you happen to be watching this, sawparts.ca, great customer service. I will say that. I have not had an issue with you guys in the last, what, 2-3 years I've been dealing with you guys. Zero issue there. So let's get the seal changed. All right, we're gonna try this first with a pick before I try using a screwdriver, or a screw, I mean, because it's not that far in there. So let's see, is this gonna work or not? It might not. Nope. Kinda, but barely. That seal's tough, I'm telling you. Bend a hook back in it. Nope. I don't know what the heck I do with my other picks. Like, I got one here, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough. No, let's try it anyways, but I don't think it's going to work. No, I got no leverage point with that. It's just way too long. There we go. Boom. Got it. Yeah, it's, I don't know, I don't understand why it was, clearly it's the wrong size, but it is what it is. Is it here? Yeah, right there, new seal. New, stihl, OEM. Give me a sec, I gotta grab my sockets here, give me a sec. So instead of wiping oil in there, I just stuck my finger in there, put some oil, slosh it around a little bit. I didn't grab a socket, I kind of did something else. I did a thing. I grabbed a little steel pipe, and because it fits the seal actually perfect. Yeah, see, like right off the bat, we're not even far up on there yet, and it's already sealed tight around the crankshaft. So gonna use a little steel pipe, little ball peen. The steel pipe's actually the right size for this, so it doesn't take much to get it in. Just make sure it's going in straight, which it's not. There we go, that's straightened it up. I don't like hitting them too hard and then drive them home hard in the first time. I like to take it a little easier on it. Once we do this, we're going to rinse it off with a little bit of brake clean. I see a little bit of dirt fell in there, like on top of the seal. So let's give it a little wipey, washy. As I drip all the oil out of the crankcase. Well, everything's moving all right. Feels all right anyways. You can see how much oil I put in the crankcase earlier. It's spewing, but you know what? I did that to check for leaks and also make sure the bearings all have a good coating of oil on it too. You know, it's amazing. No matter how much you clean these things, unless, like, I don't have a parts washer, so I can't get into all the little nooks and crannies, but it's just amazing how much dirt from moving around and everything else gets in there. So we'll get this gasket, the excess gasket here, trimmed up. We'll get that out of the way, and I should actually get the timing wheel mounted and whatnot, and just see where this cylinder's sitting with a base gasket before, because these saws, 026s, ms260s, they have a real tight squish when you do a gasket delete. So what we'll do, we'll get everything assembled and check the timing. Give me a minute. So we have what's going in here. I haven't touched it at all yet, but it's a OEM or not OEM, sorry, it's a hyway stock, like hyway OEM replacement piston. It's gonna get a little bit of love. It's gonna get some cleaning up. Nothing yet. I haven't got that far. Cross bearings, I've had good luck with those. Zero issues so far. I use them on the crankshaft. I also use them as a clutch, like a clutch replacement bearing. Never had issues with the cross ones so far. They've been good. They're steel caged, not the nylon OEM ones that can't take any heat worth a darn. I don't know. Hopefully that shows up. So we're gonna get that piston in. We're gonna get the cylinder just roughed on just to see, just to do a quick test fit, and we'll go from there. Be right back. So before I slap it all together, I'm just gonna show cylinder stock, nothing done. Still gotta wash it. Haven't even given it a bath yet. It's an ms260. It is the 44.7 millimeter bore with decomp. So I'm not a huge fan of the decomp, but hey, some people like it, so we're going to leave it. Like we're not gonna cap it on this saw. But yeah, I will find out from the fellow that's going to if he wants it capped or not capped. I'll leave that up to him. So anyways, let's get this thing together in a time wheel. We're just gonna go through all that. We're gonna pull that muffler off. We're gonna finish modding it. Still gotta port match it. Port match the gasket to the cylinder. The back half of this muffler housing, we gotta match it all. It's still stock. The front half has been modded, sort of minorly modded, but the back half is still stock. So let's get that off and get going on this. Hey, so I just got the muffler off. You know, I just noticed. Because it's a used muffler. Look at that gasket. It didn't seal right. Both sides. It's got blow by from top and bottom. So I was just looking at it quick, and I just actually tried to tap down these fastening holes, like the bolt holes. Hopefully it shows up the center, because this is a used back half, or the half that goes to your exhaust port, and then your front cover would go on this half. It would slide up into here, and then your other two fasteners go in here. But look at the back side. Somebody's actually over tightened this, like ridiculously over tightened. I don't know if it shows up, but it's like actually out of square. The bolt holes, but I've also just tapped them back down, or as best as possible. I'm going to take a big piece of steel, go on the inside, and try to flatten that back out. I have a round piece here. I'm going to use that as my backing, and give me 2 seconds. I just got to shuffle through the box here. So this is the piece I'm going to use. It's a piece of machined round stock. So I'm going to use that as my anvil. We're not going to hit this super hard because we don't want to risk overdoing it. And I'm not worried if these edges roll over a little bit, because I still got a port match anyway, so I'm going to have to open her up a fair bit. I do wish I had a piece of round for doing this, but let's see. I was trying to do it by the naked eye to get it roughed in. Yeah, this hole here is actually sticking up a fair bit. I actually might have to grind that down. Kind of looks like I'm going to have to, but man, let's get this rough back into place first. Still got a bit of a wave to it, so I might have to get out the bigger hammer. This thing is actually hard to shuffle because it's actually too big. That might catch enough. try to get this thing squared up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through my box, see what else I have for any chunks of steel here, and give me a minute. Worst case is I have this round pipe. I'll get in there better than I have this other solid piece. I might have to cut that nip, like grind that nipple off. We'll see. But I think I can make that work. I'm pretty sure I can. So let's see what. You know, I'll use that as my guide because it's pretty close to being flush with the end of the muffler. Where is that putting us? Yeah, I don't know if it shows up, but it's starting to square up. It's starting to. It's looking a heck of a lot better than it was a minute ago. Okay, let's go. I might have to, I'll have to grab a, or not might, but I'll have to grab a flathead and kind of get my bearings with it in a minute. Once I get close to where I think we're close with the naked eye, we will switch to the flat edge and see what we can determine with that. Looking a heck of a lot better. High spot right there, but kind of looks like it's one of the problems right there. It's that one high spot. Okay, that puts it close. So the low spot in here. Let's get a straight edge and see what's going on. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. It's a lot better than what it was. Soup. It's not. It's hard to get it to show up there. Actually, here, let's use the big area. See if it shows up. I can see it, I just don't know if the camera's going to pick it up where it's high and low. Looks low right in this area still. So that's what we're going to do. Give it a couple of taps and see where that puts us. Like I said, I still might have to grind it flush after to square it up, but still a little high. One bolt hole. Depends how you want to look at it. It could be high there or it could be low around it. So if I can get it somewhat flush, then I can at least grind it smooth to match everything. So give me a few minutes here till we get this, I'll get this all squared up. Okay, so we got her a lot flatter than what it was. It's a heck of a lot better. So get all this other doodad stuff off the bench. So I'm going to use the gasket to port match to the cylinder. Once I get that figured out on size and get it all dialed in, then we will take that and then replicate it back onto here. So like I say, I'm going to have to do some grinding regardless. So like there's a little piece there that bent over. I'm not sure how well it shows up. So I got to clean the inside. I got to grind all this regardless of the fact, no matter what, because the exhaust port is a fair bit bigger than this, like this and that. Let's see, for curiosity. minus the lip that I bent, actually not much smaller. A little bit smaller in here. Not too bad. So I'm kind of curious how much is going to come out of here, but we're going to find out back in a minute.